Do you ever go through life like in this dreary default mode where you're not really like paying attention or noticing what's going on around you?
Huh? No, I know. I'm kidding around. But no, I get that way. You're kind of in a funk. You're in a fog. You know what I mean? Just the burdens of life overwhelm you. And so you're just kind of walking through life, not paying attention to too much. I know. I'm going through the airport. I'm at a trade show or at a conference. And I'm just not even aware of all the excitement that's going on around me. And it can be hard to snap out of.
I agree. And that's why I'm so excited today to have Seth Kramer on the show today. He's an illusionist. He's got this gift and sleight of hand, and he has the ability to just wake people up from their slumber.
That's right. And Christina's going to be here today to share with you why a smart assistant could absolutely change your life. All of that and more coming up right now on Power Your Passion. Hi everybody, welcome back to Power Your Passion. I'm Owen here with my beautiful wife, Theresa. You were trying to wave and I stopped her. See how I rejected that wave? She tried to come up and I was like, no! There's going to be no waving on today's show. I'm Owen, this is my wife, Theresa, and we are here every week live on Facebook and on YouTube to interview the internet's most interesting people, the people that help you power your passion.
That's right. So it doesn't matter whether you're cleaning your house right now or on your lunch break. Come and join us and just listen to what we have to say. Get inspired. We also have a chat bot that you can that'll send you a link to future episodes. So if you just type sub in the comments below, next time we go live, we can let you know that we are on the internet.
That's right. If you're watching on Facebook, just type SUB, that's sub, into the comment section now. That will subscribe you to the show. You can join us every week. Plus, we've got some goodies on the chat bot as well. Some fun things, some blogs, some giveaways, and some great content. And if you're watching us on YouTube, you can subscribe to the show there. A lot of great content on the channel besides this show. We have a lot of other great stuff that we do as well, and that'll be a great surprise to you. So we hope that you guys will join us today and in the future, and I hope that in the future my hair looks a little bit better. I noticed that your hair looks fantastic.
Yes, I decided to go short. What do you guys think?
What do you guys think of Theresa's new hairstyle? Let us know in the comment section. It would be good. She put "What about you?" on.
What about you? What do you think?
I wish I had a camera where I could point it at Melissa. I could press a button and be like, Melissa. Melissa's our producer. She's off camera. She's a part of the family here, and she's pressing all the buttons. So whenever you see cool things happen, that's all happening from Melissa. But it's you know, it's hard because we're about to go live, and I'm looking at like this tuft, right? This tuft here. See, even doing this, I can see the orange. I can see the scalpel. This, if you know, the Wild West, it'd be gone at this point. But you know, it's tough. It's tough doing a show when you're losing your hair. And I haven't always. I used to have, you know, thick
luscious,
locks,
long locks.
Yeah.
But you know, he normally wears a hat. And, you know, I think he looks handsome either way. So what do you guys think? Do you think my man looks handsome either way?
No, thank you. I don't need, please. I don't need the... But it's hard. It's hard to do shit because you're looking at yourself constantly. And it's kind of like, oh, this is flipping out over here. And this is wisping away over here. And, you know, those are just some of those things that when you're younger, you don't think about them too much. Right? When you're younger, you're in your 20s and in your teens, you know, it's just kind of like, I'm going to live forever. Mm-hmm. And I thought the same thing until we got hit with cancer a few years ago, and that sort of changed everything.
Yep. But thankfully, you know, we get through it with a little bit of magic of our own.
That's right, called
little hats.
And we tried a bunch of different kinds of hats, didn't we? We tried like fedoras, and we tried baseball. It took a while to find the right hat for me.
The trucker hat is my favorite.
Yeah.
Forward, not backwards.
That's good to know. What do you guys like trucker hats? There's a lot of different kinds of hats. Like there's the wide brim, the bent brim, and then there's fedoras and stoker caps. What's your favorite kind of hat? I would love to. I think everybody's got an opinion on that.
Yep.
You know. So what else? What do we have on the show today? What's in store for our amazing live audience today?
Well, we've got Seth Kramer. He's a trade show traffic stopping ninja, where he spices up dreary sales presentations and wakes people up at those stale corporate events.
Really, really fun stuff what Seth Kramer does. You don't want to miss. And he's going to be showing you some live illusions, some live sleight of hand stuff you've never really seen anything like this before on live video. So you want to stay tuned for that. But Christina's here as well, and she's going to talk to us a little bit today about a smart assistant. Now, do you know what a smart assistant is? Because we use some of these in the house. Like I think it's like Alexa.
Oh, okay.
And Google Home and some of these different types of products that are out there that you can use. So I don't know too much about it. Alexa for us is like a glorified speaker. Right?
Well, we just kind of do the basic stuff with her. I know that she can do much more.
But we don't know what.
Yeah,
right? It's like, but who knows what, Alexa can do. People are like, oh, Alexa, you can do this and you can do that. And it's just like, wow.
How do I do that? How do I set that up?
Can she vacuum? Can she vacuum my floor? I would love for Alexa to talk to my Roomba. You know what
yes,
I mean?
That would be awesome.
Roomba,
get him started.
Yeah, go into the kids' room for 25 minutes, So Christina's here. Let's go to Christina. Talk to us a little bit more about a smart assistant.
Hi, I'm Christina, and today I'll be your energy savings expert from Constellation. Did you know that having a smart home assistant like Amazon Echo or Google Home is a great way to save on energy costs? Using a smart home assistant is great for the environment and on your wallet. The best way to cut your costs on energy is to set up your assistant on a routine. Here's how. First, pick a time of day like the morning to create a routine. Your smart home assistant can really get your whole day started by playing your favorite wake-up song and alerting your smart coffee pot to brew a fresh cup of joe. Using a Wi-Fi enabled thermostat, your smart assistant can adjust your heat or AC according to your command. It really is a brilliant idea. When using smart outlets or smart light bulbs, your smart assistant can turn the lights on and off too. Even appliances can start and stop by the command of your smart assistant. Coming home after a long day at work to freshly clean dishes sounds like a win to me. Alexa, what do you think?
I think about how I can better help people.
Whether you create a morning, evening, or weekend routine with your smart assistant, you are sure to save big on energy consumption using this smart technology. Check out Constellation.com to learn more about energy savings ideas. And don't forget to subscribe to Power Your Passion for weekly energy tips from pros like me. Thanks for watching Power Your Passion, and now back to your show.
Wow.
That
is awesome. I did not know that she could do that.
Yeah, those are tons of different things. Lighting, even starting the coffee. I think it's okay. So here's what I'm understanding with the smart assistant. You can get smart light bulbs. You can get smart plugs. So even the plug that's in your wall, you can take that out, put a new plug in, right? And that's who wants to do that, right? That is how Dad gets fried on Black Friday, right? It's like, oh, while Mom's cooking, why don't you go replace all the outlets in the house? Yeah, no way. But what you can do is you can actually plug something into the outlet that has two other plugs in it as well, and then or three other plugs, and then you can sort of make things smart from that. So I love it. Are you going to be looking at smart devices this holiday season? Love to hear from you in the comment section. Would you like a smart device?
Please.
Yeah.
Yes.
What do you want it to do?
I would love it to start the coffee. Yeah, that'd be great. Or to turn the heater on in the morning.
Oh yeah, that would be great actually. Like not because I like a cold evening.
Yes.
I do like a cold evening.
But she needs to remember to turn it off, because that's our big thing, is that we forget sometimes to turn the heater off. And then we're like, why am I sweating?
I know. It's like, why is it? Are we making iPhones in here? What is going on?
Right.
It's ridiculous in here. But I'll tell you, that's part of the problem, right? Is that we go through life. We're so busy. We have the kids. You've got lunches to make, you've got business to do, errands to run, gotta run to the store and pick up this and dry cleaning and all that stuff. Sometimes it's hard to snap out of your routine and do simple things like turning off the heater. But in a lot of times we get into this funk where we're not really paying attention, and you could miss a lot more than that.
Well, I think that when you're in that funk, you need an illusionist to wake you up.
You need a little Seth Kramer, don't you?
Yes. So we're excited to have him. As I was saying earlier, he specializes in waking people up at these dreary places where you typically can kind of zone out and just kind of get in default mode. He lives in Huntington, New York, with his wife, Julie, and his two dogs, Leo and Piper. So we're excited to have him on and learn more about what he does. Seth.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Great to have you on the show, Seth Kramer. Tell us, you're an illusionist, you're a sleight of hand expert, and you use these talents to wake people up, to get them focused on your message and on what's going on around them. How did you get involved? How did you get started in illusion and sleight of hand?
Well, I got started typically the same way a lot of people get started in magic. A lot of young children get started in magic. One of my dad's friends taught me a very simple sleight of hand magic effect when I was 9 years old, and the bug bit, and that's really how it started. Not a dramatic story there. Very, very typical of magicians all over the world.
Yeah. You know, and I understand that, because I remember at 8 years old, I got a magic book for Christmas, and I geeked out on it. Learned a whole bunch of great stuff that I used actually all through dating.
It on me.
All through dating. But not everybody, not every 9-year-old turns it into a career. How did you transition your passion into a career?
I went to law school.
You went to law school? Is that what you said?
I went to law school, and I was in law school for a year and a half, and the law was not exactly what I expected it to be. So
a lot of illusion.
Yeah, quite an illusion. And I had to figure out how to make, how to find something that I love to do and turn it into a business. And I've been doing magic since I'm 9 years old. I've always done it. Worked my way through undergraduate school, and then even when I was in law school, worked my magic at special events and private parties and corporate events all over the country. So that's really my, when it started. I just didn't know where else to turn, what to do, how to turn this thing that I needed and try and figure out something that I would love to do with my life.
Yeah, that's exciting.
When I was in law school, I heard this expression: if you love what you do, you won't work a day in your life. So that's kind of the
day you dropped out of law school.
You're like, wait a second, this is going to feel like a lot of work.
Now you mentioned that you do events at trade shows and at conferences, and we've talked a lot about sort of snapping people out of their days. You brought a clip, and we're going to show a clip of you at an event, but before we go to that, tell us a little bit about how you do what you do, because it's very unique, and that's what attracted us to having you on the show. Is, hey, we've never seen this before, and I've been to trade show upon trade show. This is what I do. Tell us a little bit about how your approach.
Well, my approach is this. I consider myself as much a marketer as I do a magician or an illusionist. So what I do is I create magic shows where there's no show expected. People are walking up and down the aisles, going from booth to booth to booth to see what new innovations are on the marketplace for that particular industry. They're not expecting to see a magic show. They're expecting to learn about the industry. Mm-hmm. So what I do is I use the magic as a hook to get them to stop at the booth, and then grab them with a quick magic effect.
I love it. Super engaging, and I'll tell you, for me, I know a lot of these. It's all the same. It's just like, hey, come over here. It's spin the wheel. You know what I mean? And get a free sales consultation. Mm-hmm. You know, ugh. Well, I know, Seth, you brought a clip for us to watch, and I'd love to check it out. Guys, come on in. I want to show you some awesome stuff from Seth Kramer. Let's roll it now.
How magic really applies to the business world. The magic is really, in a trade show situation, a hook to get people interested and a way to kind of emphasize key messaging points. If I wanted to talk about cutting-edge technology and we cut a woman in half, that would kind of be a very basic example of how that could fit together. So what we do is we take the 8 of hearts like this, we give it a little squeeze right here at the fingertips, and that 8 of hearts is going to look just like a king of clubs, you see? But that doesn't have your name on it. So we're looking for your card with your name on it. Very interesting, the card with your name on it, over here, that's okay, inside the box with your name on it. You see that? I do everything from sleight of hand to mind reading to large stage illusions. Everything from simple card tricks to telling people their social security number or being able to unlock the code on their iPhone or cell phone. No one goes to the trade show expecting to see a magic show that day. So being able to go into the trade show with no audience and being able to, from one person to make that grow to 2 people, to 4 people, to 10 people, to 50, to 100, to sometimes 200 people watching at a time. And being able to repeat that sometimes up to 15, 20 times during the day. That's the most gratifying to me, to start with nothing and to create an experience from nothing. Watch the ring, watch the string, and then right through the center of the string comes off the ring. Then you take from here, watch it from here, don't blink, right back on the string. It goes right back on the string.
Wow, fantastic, fun stuff.
Well, yeah, and then I understand you have a couple of some tricks to show us today. I mean, obviously we're on camera, so I can't write my name on any card or anything like that. But I can't wait to see some of the ones that you have planned.
Well, we'll try and improvise a little bit and try and include you guys in the presentation, given the limitations of the 2,000-mile distance between us. But I know in the little video clip I gave you the example of, a lot of times people ask me, well, all right, well, how do you integrate these messages into the show? So the easy answer that I give them is the cutting a lady in half, and you talk about cutting edge technology, and when you put the pieces together, we put it all together for you, different ideas, different solutions, we integrate things together. That's the simple solution. Companies have different messages. Some people have messages about cost savings or increasing productivity. So I'm going to change the angle here of the camera so you can see a little bit better. Hopefully you can see the money that I have here in my hands. $1, $2, $3, $4, $5. Not a lot to go on. So keep your eye on the money. Keep your eye on my hands. We'll try and do this without any quick motions. You actually see those $5, and what's going to happen, those $5 are going to transform.
Whoa! What?
Yes.
And on the inside, it looks even better. That's $20, $40, $60, $80, $100. And that's a way to increase your productivity.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You're hired.
Turn dollars into 20s. Love it. That is so cool.
My wife's favorite trick. She loves that. With a wallet with singles, and that's changing to hundreds.
Now that's fantastic, and a company would hire you to sort of come on board and to stay in front of their booth and to stay in front of their messaging to bring people in, and you would transfer it over to their sales message. Is that kind of what happens?
That's correct. That's right. So basically, a company will hire me to engage the passers-by, to engage with the magic, to deliver an overview of their company, what their company does, give basic information, and then take the crowd that gathers, because the crowd does gather.
Right.
And then when I'm finished, there could be 20, 30, 50, 100 people watching, and turn those people over to the sales team for further
Wow, that's fantastic.
So, So the way that I do this, and there's a bunch of different ways, and I know there was this on the video, there was the ring and spring, which is really a great illusion. And again, being on video, you can't touch this, but you have to basically take my word for it. This is a solid piece of string, and this is generally a borrowed finger ring that does not come apart. And again, taking my word for this here, what we'll do is we'll thread the ring through the spring, and we give it a little squeeze. We say the magic word, and we'll use your sponsor, your energy. We say the magic of Constellation energy, and what happens is the ring comes off the spring. So that's the first time comes off. That's one time. Now to do this 2 times, so you can see it again. Now the reason I use this ring is to remind you that here at the Constellation Energy, we provide integrated energy solutions that help our customers strategically buy, manage, and use their energy efficiently. When it comes to our commitment to innovation, to dependability, transparency, and service, at Constellation Energy, we run rings around the competition. So keep your eye on the ring, keep your eye on the string. You give it a little squeeze, and right off the string, you give it a little snap, and then you're back on the string.
Wow.
I love it. So, I mean, there's so many messages you could put in there, you know, start today with no strings attached, you know, you could overscore, or you could use our competition and lots of strings attached or you know, stuff like this.
Or lose all of your belongings or your money.
Yeah, exactly. Your gold rings, your grandmother's gold rings. It's a very interesting way to present you know, this classical skill of illusion and sleight of hand. How did you begin to transfer this into the court? You go to law school, you're going to be a magician. I'm sure the first thing that comes up to a lot of people is kid birthday parties, you know, black capes and sort of this hokey, this hokey juggling act, right? How did you transfer, you know, that sort of understanding of a magician into more of a corporate act? When did that happen?
That happened when I was in law school. I was very unhappy with what was going on at school there, and again, trying to figure out how to make this into a more of a business for myself.
Yeah.
I'm at a little bit of a loss here, and I'm not sure how to fix this. Owen, I lost video. Here.
We can still see you. You're a little frozen, but we can still hear you and we can still see you. The
screen here.
Uh-oh.
I'm not sure what to do.
You want to try refreshing? Maybe we could refresh, and then we'll take the show for just a few minutes if that's okay. Yeah. You know, I know for me, I studied, and if Melissa, you can just stay in touch with him and sort of be in touch there and see if we can get him back up. I got my first magic book when I was 9 years old, and it was called The Klutz Book of Magic. And it was fantastic. I dug into it. It had string, and it had these circles in it. And the first rule it said is a magician never reveals his secrets. So they even prefaced it with, hey, before you get into this, you've got to remember that you don't learn a trick and then go teach it to everybody, right? You learn the trick, you hold it in close, and you never reveal the secret of how that trick is done. And I used to do, you know, magic shows for my family and for, you know, some family friends back in the day. That's
really cool. And I know that, you know, before we had Seth on the show and we were chatting with him, he was saying that actually is a book that he recommends to people if they want to know how to get started. He said for kids and even adults, because it's just a great
and magic is, I say, sleight of hand, because, you know, that term magic, you know, we have a lot of friends that are in sort of the performance space. Some of them are magicians and they do these things. And again, with magician, you sort of hear these phrases, again, it engenders these 8-year-old birthday parties, right? When it's not a sleight of hand and illusion is really fantastic work, especially when you see it live. I think, you know, transferring that over to an audience where they're watching and they're sort of engaging with you, and you're turning that into a message is huge. In fact, when I was dating, and I was dating very intently, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, right? I was getting close to 30 years old. I wanted to settle down, but I didn't like the icebreaker conversations. I didn't really know how to do that, and so I was using some magic. Do you remember the magic trick that I used to do?
It's something with like glow bracelets.
Glow bracelets? No, wrong party, sweetie. Wrong party. She's thinking about after we got married.
I was so mesmerized by his eyes, I forget the magic trick
that was the glow. That was the glow that we were seeing. Do we have Seth's website? We can put it back up on the We can put it back up on the screen.
Should be traffic.
The first trick I used to do was I'll guess which hand the penny's in, and if I could guess the hand, it's like, oh, we have a connection. We have a connection. This is amazing, you know.
I didn't fall for that one. There's no way that you could have tried that on me and had me fall for that one.
If you're doing a conference, a trade show, or if your company is going to be there and you want to gather a ton of attention, then you have got to call on Seth Kramer. And what is his website? Just shout it to me.
SethCramerProductions.com.
SethCramerProductions.com. Trade shows, special events, and all sorts of interactive events. Seth Kramer does fantastic work. And it was fantastic to have him on the show today. Do we have anything else we want to go to, Melissa? Yeah, that's right. Hey, we're going to be wrapping up in a quick second, but before we do, what do we got?
We've got Constellation Energy's a commercial there for us.
A quick word from Constellation Energy. Commercial? He literally just called it a commercial.
Constellation is a leading competitive provider of power, natural gas, renewable energy, and energy management options for your family or business.
Every day, we help 2.2 million residential, public sector, and commercial customers strategically manage their energy use,
including 2/3 of the Fortune 100.
We're part of the Exelon family of companies, the largest producer of clean electricity in the United States, and the nation's largest utility.
It's not just about saving our customers money, it's about doing what's right for the environment.
Whether it's solar, energy efficiency, or on-site generation, we're able to customize the energy solution that's right for you.
It's what makes Constellation
America's energy choice.
Join us next week as we have a sleep trainer on the show with us. Super excited about it. What do you think, Owen?
You know what? It's you know, what do? You know, wake up for a sleep expert. You know, that's kind of the hard thing. It's like, how do you feel about a sleep expert? You know what I mean? I'm gonna jump out of bed for the sleep expert.
Well, let me tell you, the moms out there are gonna really appreciate it.
No, I get it. I just don't want to be like, oh, the next show will put you to sleep. You know what I mean? Hey, our next episode, we're gonna put you guys to sleep.
Well, we woke you up for this one.
It's like a live stream. Yeah, it's like a live stream. It's right, we did. It was like, hey, this will wake you up. Next one will put you to bed. So, hey, do you have trouble sleeping? Do you want to master your sleep? Join us next week on Power Your Passion. We got a sleep expert in the studio. We're going to be sharing with you great tips on how to improve your nightly ritual, and we hope you guys will join us for that. Type 5 to subscribe if you're watching on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. Check out our other content on the channel as well, and we'll see you next week on Power Your Passion. That's good.